greatest fortune. And yes, we got Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's just 500 years ago. We got the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We all have. So, Srila Prabhupada is the Senapati Bhakta, the commander-in-chief of the Supreme Lord, okay? So, Srila Prabhupada is the commander-in-chief, and what are we all? What are we all? His soldiers, his army men. We are all his army men. What greatest fortune than this? Srila Prabhupada says one thing. Anybody remembers what Srila Prabhupada said? Please catch my dhoti. All you need to do is just hold my dhoti. I'll take you to Krishna. This is what Srila Prabhupada said. Nothing but, please hold my dhoti. Please catch my dhoti. That's it. So we have this greatest of fortune, that we all have that opportunity to Srila Prabhupada and the devotees and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then the Supreme Lord, and then the holy name. Hey devotees, we are the most fortunate. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this word. Brahmanda Brahmide Kon Bhagyavan Jeev. Guru Krishna Prasade Bhai Bhakti Lada Beach. Brahmanda Brahmide Kon. In this entire universe, who is that most fortunate? Brahmanda Brahmide Kon Bhagyavan Jeev. Guru Krishna Prasade Bhai Bhakti Lada Beach. By the mercy of Guru and Krishna, one has able to get the bhakti, the seed of the bhakti is the most fortunate person in this world. So the devotees take it this very seriously. That's why it's very important. Take it this very seriously, that we don't know when that we are going to, diminish our human form of life. So while in this human form of life, get to that level, at least get into that level, sadhana bhakti, mature in the sadhana bhakti and develop the love for Krishna, at least come to that state of raganuga. These are the two things that we need to do. That's why we are doing this. We may not enter on the bhava, but at least if you have done this one, your sadhana, and you develop a love for Krishna or attachment for Krishna, your life is successful. You are already liberated. It is mentioned that when you perform the sadhana bhakti, if you mature in the sadhana bhakti, you are already liberated. No doubt into that. You are already liberated. Then think about that one who developed that love for Krishna, that attachment for Krishna, then that's where we really enter into the Goloka Vrindavan. Attachment and we develop. So this we have to come to that level. You have to be so serious about it. Life can collapse anytime. Anytime. I was giving this example. I was in Dallas when I went to, it is 98. I went to Dallas for a job, for a project. So I was alone there. As you know that when you go first and then you find so much of difficulty. I couldn't eat anything, I can't see anything because of hardly any Indians were there at that time. You couldn't find much people. So I went there. So I was all day I was having just some salad. That's it. That's all I could see, that some Wendy's. Yeah, the Wendy's were there. So I ate that one plate of salad. That's it. And I was eating this just salad, the Wendy's, and then one Indian person came and saw me that, you're from India and that is the road, and also, I just said all these things. I just came, moved in, and then he was the motel. That was the motel, I think, days in the motel that I was staying. And then he came and he told me that, you're from India. I said, this is all over. So he was very compassionate. He was a very kind man, very good man from Gujarat. I always give my respect to the Gujarati. They are very compassionate, very kind people. So then this Prabhuji, he was named Naran Bhai, he was there. And he what he did, so it was his motel, he was the motel owner there. And next day, what happened, when I came back from my work, he brought a full plate of prasadam. They were also very nice, devotees in their own way. So very nice full plate of prasadam, and kept it in my room and on the table and covered it. And then, so then I was wondering, and then he called me up that Mataji brought some prasadam and you please have it and something like that. It was after a week, so I had it. So then every day I said, Prabhuji, what are you doing? Don't do this sort. No, you are our guest, so I have to do it. So every day, almost 3-4 days, they were doing this. And after their work, and they were doing this or that. So then we have become so close each other, we become very friend. And then I was visiting one of their family there, just there. And there was one elder person was there. So then I went there, and then I was also like Prabhuji, like you, there is one elder person who was very nice, kind to me. I was also very, talking to each other nicely and this one. So then for almost a week I couldn't go there. So next week I went there, and I asked, where is Prabhuji? So this family said, Prabhuji is passed away. Just 1 week. And I couldn't go. There was no communication that time much, like that. So I was shocked. I was seeing like a person like sitting there, and next day, like 1 week you're busy, then you don't realize. Next week I went there, he's not there anymore. Okay. So this is that what it is, the life that we mentioned. It's called like, tilting in the water in a tilting on a lily leaf. It's like that. So our life is like that. So never take it granted. So we have this very greatest fortune and the treasure that we have, but we don't value it. We don't value it. It's very important, the devotees, that we take up this. This is by the mercy that we are so fortunate. We are so fortunate, that's why we have this opportunity. So every day, please chant this holy name. How many of you chant every day? Please raise your hand. How many of you chant every day? Please chant, yeah. So take up this holy name every day. At least some rounds you chant every day. And it gives you tremendous relief from this samsara chakra. Just by chanting the holy name. It will relieve you from the Yamaraj, the list. We are all, what he says there, in the Shankaracharya says this one. What Shankaracharya said? It says, Shankaracharya says that no, not that word. Ganga Jala Leva Kanika Pita. Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dita. But Shankaracharya says, Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dita Ganga Jala Leva Kanika Pita Sugurdapi Yena Murari Samarcha Kriyade Tasya Yemenana Charcha. You got that one? It says that Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dita. Even little bit of Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dita. If you take that, understand this little bit of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dita Ganga Jala Leva Kaniga Pita. Even if you drink a little bit of the Ganga Jal, Sugrudapi Yena Murari Samarcha, like this, when it comes together, Sugrudapi. Sugrudapi means like-minded satsang. Murari Samarcha, when you discuss about the pastimes, about the Supreme Lord, the Holy Name, the Supreme Lord. Sugrudapi Yena Murari. Murari, who is Murari? Krishna. Murari Samarcha. That means when you discuss about this holy name of Krishna, the Krishna's pastimes, and what happens? Kriyade tasya yamena na charcha. So the one can attain, and then he will not come into the list of Yamaraj. See that? Shankaracharya, he was the incarnation of Lord Shiva. That Shankaracharya, that Shiva saying that when you remember the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, you will not even come to the list of Yamaraj. See that? What guarantee, what else guarantee you need? So the devotee is so powerful. So you should always remember this. We are like a water on a lily leaf. Tilting. Okay? Anytime it can go down. Anytime it can go down. But what we have is our greatest fortune, greatest moment that we have. Don't waste this life with so many other things. So like I was giving this example one day. There were two children. They went to a guru. So they wanted to learn from the guru. Guru accepted. Their name was Chaitran and Maitran. I said this before. How many of you heard this story? Story of a Chaitran and Maitran. Maybe like 15 years back I was mentioning this when we started. These two children went to a guru. They wanted to have the education. Their name was Chaitran and Maitran. So when the guru was teaching all this wonderful thing, but then guru had a little likes to Maitran. Maitran was listening everything very properly. Maitran was whatever guru says, he understands that very properly. But Chaitran had little, always he wanted to, even though he's there, he's learning things, but not really getting into it. His idea was somehow or other I should enjoy it. I have to go and play, I have to do this, I have to do this. So many things. So this is two students in Gurukul Vidyabhyas. So Chaitran had also this one, that why Guru is so much, dear to Maitran. So then what happened? The time approached, the education is got over, and now what happens? Guru Dakshina time, they wanted to go and leave. So then Chaitran also had this and asked this, why Guru that you are more dear to Maitran? So then time comes and Guru said, I will tell you this when time approaches. So time about to leave. Then this Guru gave little anna, paisa, little anna to give to Chaitanya and Maitran. Said that, so this is, you buy whatever you like, and fill your room with whatever the things you can get it from this little paisa, and fill this room with this. So that, that I will consider this as a Guru Dakshina. So then what happened? He gave this paisa, both of them, and then Chaitran and Maitran. So Maitran went and bought the stuff and filled his room. Chaitran is also went and bought the stuff, whatever his money, but he just spent a little bit of that Guru gave. Rest of the money he spent for himself. He spent for himself. Then what happened? So Guru came. Now let us see what these children did for me as a Guru Dakshina. So then what happened? The Guru came. So first he went to the room of Maitran. First he went to the room of Maitran. So when he entered into the room of Maitran, the Guru's instruction was, okay, you fill your room with fill your room, whatever you can get this. So he just went to the shop. He bought a little oil. He got a lamp. He bought a little cotton, and he just put that oil and light a lamp in such a way that the room was, there is no that time, everything. So he lighted the lamp, and then what happens? And then agarbatti in full of. So as soon as Guru entered into the room, what happens? It's full of aroma, full of fragrance, full of beautiful light. And as soon as he entered, the Guru entered, Guru was experiencing that, the joy. Then this, my Shishya, Maitran understood what I said, what I revealed. Then what happens? He went to the room of Chaitran. So as soon as Guru entered into the room of Chaitran, what Chaitran did, he got this 25 paisa. At the 5 paisa, he went to a, nearby the place where that all the, the villager, and then there was a village keeper. He was putting all the trash, and then he was putting there, and he just gave this one paisa. Okay, can you fill my room with all this trash? So he said, okay, fine, I'm getting this 5 paisa. So he put all the trash in his room. And it was, days over. Can you imagine that when it's trash, getting into the couple of, days like this. So when Guru went to his room, Chaitran, he saw his room is full of trash and he just closed, with his nostrils. And he couldn't even stand there. He ran away and scolded this Chaitran. This is what you did, that to fill your room with this all. And this Guru was so much ashamed and scolded this Chaitran, his student. So we can compare with ourselves this. Isn't it true? We can compare ourselves. Just remove this. Oh yeah. We can compare ourselves with Chaitran. With Chaitran and Maitran. Very good, yeah. So we can review ourselves, we can look at ourselves. Who are we, which category we come to. Are we Chaitran or are we Maitran? Which one we are? We are in middle. Some others say we are in middle. So you are Maitran or Chaitran?
We are in the middle.
What we want to become? Okay, so this is my Guru Dakshina. Okay. Be a Maitran. Fill your heart with this devotion. Fill your heart with this wonderful enlightenment. Right? So this is what we have to do in our life. Fill your life with this beautiful Krishna consciousness, full of thoughts of Krishna. So this way, dear devotees, the Guru will be pleased. Devotees will be pleased. When Guru is pleased, what happens? Anybody knows that the words? What is that words in the Guru Ashtaka? Yes, exactly. Asya Prasada, anybody know? Sing that, recite that. Asya Prasada, everybody. Bhagavat Prasado, Asya Prasada, Nagati Kutopi. When Asya Prasada, when Guru is placed, who is placed? Krishna is placed. The Guru is not placed, Nagati Kutopi. Krishna will not be placed. So that's why this our Sampradaya has this very wonderful relationship that we can develop, that we follow the acharyas, we follow the footsteps of gurus, so that when Guru is placed, Krishna is placed. Never ever think that, I can directly go to Krishna, I am so and so. You have to please me, you have to like me, you have to dedicate to me. You cannot go and say that. Krishna always has some plans. That's why he arranged everything like this. Krishna conscious Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Chaitanya, who was the spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Ishwarapari. Right? So who was the spiritual master of Krishna? Sandipani Mani. He was the spiritual master of Sandipani Mani. Krishna's spiritual master was Sandipani Mani. What did Krishna, what Gurudeshna Krishna did? He brought his son back. How many of you know that wonderful pastime? Yeah? So Krishna went to How many days Krishna was there with his Guru? 64 days. Krishna was there with the spiritual master 64 days. Out of these 64 days, he completed 64 varieties of education. Painting, speech, talking, skiing, and gardening, all the scriptures, recitation, all these varieties of whatever the qualities Krishna does. Krishna, how many qualities Krishna has? 64 qualities. All this, he is excel in everything. He is the number one of everything. Out of all. So then what happened? The 64th day came. 65th day came, and then Guru was the time to leave. So they came to Guru, and Guru mentioned that you all learn very fast. You know everything now. You don't need to be here. What Krishna was doing every day, the Supreme Lord going to the forest, cutting the wood, go on to the different places and the villages and begging for alms. He collect that, whatever he gets it. Remember that he is the Supreme Lord. Going out and begging alms and bringing that all and bringing back to Guru Sandeepani Muni. And here is that we collected. They won't even take a little morsel of anything out of it. Whatever they get it, they bring back to Guru. This is the dear devotees, this is the Guru Parampara system. Then what happened? Guru is placed, and then what happens? Guru's mother cook that prasadam and give that whatever the portion they have. And then what happened? One day, and who else was there with Krishna in the Gurukul? Sudama Krishna. He was there. So both of them went to the forest to cut the wood. So they had to do everything. Now here we say that Prabhuji come to the temple, then we have some vegetable cutting. I have so much of things. So here they went to the forest to cut the wood to bring to the hermitage. So then one day went there, and then immediately there was heavy rain, and they had to take a shelter. Both of them, Krishna and Sudama, had to take a shelter in the branches of a tree. And then it became dark. Kujela was so hungry. And then he ate. And then also, Krishna gave his portion also to Kujela. This is also another one reason that Kujela then later brought his chipped rice and gave back to Krishna. And then what happened? So Krishna was protecting and Krishna was helping Kujela and all the Sudama. And all night almost they were there, and the Sandeepani Muni was so worried what happened. They came back, and by the time it's getting over now, the classes, their education. So they came back, and the Sandeepani Muni mentioned, and both of them, and I forgot the name of the Sandeepani Muni's wife, the Guru Patni. Guru Patni is considered as their own mother. So they discussed what to ask, and they came to know that this is not an ordinary person. Of course, Sandeepani Muni was very powerful. So they knew that their son, is already passed away. Passed away in the sense that one day the Sandeepani Muni's son went to the nearby the ocean. Then there was a Rakshasa. There was a his name is Panjajanya, and came and took away into the ocean. Or we generally say, okay, went into the ocean. And then Krishna came and understood that this is what has happened, and Krishna went to that Panjajan. That he was hiding in a conch. That's called one of the conch. So then came out, and Krishna had a fight with, and then finally killed. And then Krishna now had a very wonderful conch. Right? What is the name of conch Krishna has? Panchajanyam. That's why this is the way that Krishna had this conch, Panchajanyam. And Krishna promised that I would use it. Then what happened? Krishna went further, now went deep down into the subterranean planets, hellish planets. So then Panchajan, that mentioned that, is already into the Yamalok. When Krishna entered into the Yamalok, what Yamaraj did? So Yamadudas just informed Yamaraj. There is a great personality. We don't know who is that. We don't know who is that person. Is standing and came at the doorsteps and mentioned that wanted to meet Yamaraj. So then Yamaraj came running. And otherwise, it is very unusual, right? Somebody coming in at the doorsteps of Yamaraj. It's very unusual. So Yamaraj came running and saw the Supreme Lord, Krishna, fall at the feet of Krishna. And then what happened? Yamaraj welcomed Krishna with such a awe and reverence and brought Krishna and seated Krishna and Balaram. So then asked why, what happened, why did he come? He took such a step to come here. If there was something, if you have ordered me, I would have come. Why did he come? So Krishna said that my spiritual master, my Guru's son is here. And then Yamaraj was giving some example why this son came to Yamalok. Don't think that this is Mithan or this is there, okay? There are different worlds out there. So Krishna was then revealed that, and no matter what, I came here to take my Guru's son. So then what happened? Then Yamaraj was very, with that reverentially brought that the son, that Guru's son, and then gave it to Krishna. See that? He is already in Yamalok in another form, or another body. Krishna and Balaram brought them back through the same way to the ocean and came back and handed over to the Guru. Guru was so pleased. Guru was so pleased that such an impossible task, and they never thought of that they would get back their son. And already died.
1 year after.
Already died. And think about it. So Krishna was such a dear to his devotees. That's another aspect of it. So then hearing this, Krishna went back to Mathura. And Devaki was there, Mother Devaki. Heard this one, Krishna brought back Guru's son from Yamalok. So Devaki had such a feeling of her 6 sons who were Kamsa killed. 6 of his sons. So Devaki had this desire and told to Krishna, I just, before you come, Krishna, that this is what has happened. I would like to see, and my heart is feeling for them. I couldn't even see them properly. And I would like to see my children. But Krishna did same thing. Krishna brought back all of them one by one, 6 children in front of. Now Mother Devaki had such a loving affection for each children. And even feeding the milk, the breast milk, even feeding to each children in that same child form. And how they took birth. The same child, for years passed. Same children, same child form that Krishna brought back them. But Krishna also told them that they just came here because they were the sons of the there was a rishi, sage. Then they were all the sages. and they were laughing at Brahma one point of time. Because of that offense, they had to take birth in this world. So then just for this one, as soon as they take the birth, then Brahma was also compassionate. They laughed at
The Lord of Brahma, when Brahma, I think he ran away with
ran away to
Saraswati Ma, right?
not actually Saraswati. It's called Vak. There is another aspect of. It's an expansion of Saraswati. Again, it says somewhere it says daughter of Brahma. It's Vak, right? That's why we say Vak Devata. Have you heard this one? Vak Devata. Vak Devi, right? So then they laughed at, and then they had to take birth again, but immediately they had to go back to their original position. So then this is what has happened, and Krishna did that. So the devotees, so then think about that. Is so fortunate in that, all this. So just hearing that pastimes, just hearing that Krishna's Leela itself is very powerful, no doubt about that. And we were celebrating the Vamana Jayanti on Sunday. Who is Vamana? Krishna. Krishna's another expansion. Krishna comes as different form. So what is the pastime of that? Lord Vamanadeva's appearance? Bali Maharaj. What was Bali Maharaj doing? Who was Bali Maharaj first of all? Great grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. So we know that Prahlad Maharaj is so dear to Lord. So dear. Then what happened? Prahlad Maharaj had a son called Virojan. Virojan completely they were doing the Samudra Mandan with the leadership of Virojan. When they did the Samudra Mandan, we know that the nectar, the Amrita came. What came first when they did the Samudra Mandan? The poison, the halal poison. It was even the drop of that poison is good enough to destroy this entire world. So what happened to that? It should not be pulled down. What happened? So they all what to do now? The world is going to destroy. The world is going to end. What to do? They all reached up to Krishna, the Supreme Lord Vishnu, even Brahma. So now this is the time Lord wanted to also give an opportunity, chance to Shiva. So Shiva is he is the predominant deity of the destruction. He is the Lord of that world. And he can take hold everything. So that what happens? Now Lord mentioned it just when Lord desires. Okay, we know that the entire universe is on the hoods of whom? Hoods of Shesha, Sangarshan, Adishesh, and their hood. But we know that who is actually the predominant deity, who is the cause of all the destruction? Actually, when it happens, Shiva takes in charge. Who is worshipping? Whom Shiva is worshipping? Lord Sankarshan. Shiva is meditating upon the Lord Sankarshan. Right? So this way, so then Sankarshan get this, or Lord get this, Lord decides that the world is about to destroy, about to annihilate. Then what happens? That signal goes to whom? That signal goes to Shiva. Shiva just gets up from the deep meditation. So heard about that? Krishna started to dance. It's called Tandava Nrittam. Tandava means Shiva. Shiva just wakes up from the deep meditation, but because of that goes to Shiva. From who gives that? Sankarshan. Shiva is also again another expansion of the Supreme Lord. Because of, we know that there is Shambhu. The same potency Shambhu is in the spiritual realm, Shambhu. And that same potency in the material realm is known as Shiva.
It's also called Adishiv, right?
Yeah?
Shambhu is also called Adishiv in spiritual world.
Yeah, many ways we can say it, but he is actually original Shiva, the potency. It's called Kailash. Kailash into the spiritual realm, Kailash also into the material realm. Okay. So then what happens? Shiva gets this. Shiva just wakes up. How many eyes Shiva has it? 3 eyes. Why? Have you thought about this one? Why Shiva has this 3 eyes?
One eye for destruction.
Yeah. This is the time that he gets that, the vision of it. What to destroy. Okay? What to destroy. The real that is opens, that is the 3rd eye. So everybody has 3rd eye. What is that 3rd eye? What is that called? Everybody has that. Eh? Yeah, Manonetra, the mind. It's also called 6th sense. The mind is also known as 6th sense. And everybody has a 3rd eye. And it is, suppose somebody is very nearby. You get it. Somebody is there. Somebody is, saying something, doing something, and all, you get it. You can see certain things. This is through the level of that the mind is get purified, you get that understanding. So everybody has 3rd eye, but we cannot open our eyes. We're gone. If we open our eyes, we're gone. But Shiva is supreme again. And see, sometimes Shiva is also considered the supreme Bhagavan. Bhagavan Shiva. So then what happens? He opens, he started wake up and he started to dance. When he started to dance, what happened? With that power of dance, then also at the mouth, from the mouth of Sangarshan, the fire comes out. Then the fire comes out, it started to burn in the each universes. And then each universes, like lower planetary system, this is the partial, then slowly burn down up to the heavenly planets. And there was an immense heat. Immense heat is generated. When an immense heat generates, and for thousands of, this is the way that how it ends up, the world. It's called Pralaya. What happens? Then for a long time this burns up, then there is because of the heat, everything dries up. Then there is a scorching, there is a complete rain for thousands of years. Thousands of years, there is so much of rain. It's all very clear. Then the entire world is filled with water. So this is there for some time, like long years, like that stays there for some time. Then again the life comes into the picture. Okay? This is what happens. So what happens, like again, right? Shiva, Shri Radha Shyam Madhavji ki jai. Then what happens? Shiva, right, drank that poison. Shiva, then what happened? Who hold on the neck? Who hold on the neck? Parvati, because of his husband. So, but again, that there is a compassionate nature there. They hold on the neck, and what happens? He hold it in the neck. That's why Shiva is known as Nilakanta, right? Nilakanta. Shiva is known as Nilakanta. So then what happens? Then many items comes from after when they churn the ocean. Finally, the nectar came. What happened to that? So Krishna took another form. What is that form? Mohini. This is the only way to enchant the demons. Okay? Krishna came in the form of a Mohini and then allude these demons. Then what happens? The Mohini took the nectar. There is a big story out there, right? Rahu, Ketu, all the stories out there. So these demons, these asuras came to know that it was none other than who? Krishna. So they were so much against. Virojana got so angry. And they conquered and they fought with everybody and conquered everything and then sent away the Devadas, Indras and all the demigods further down, they had to hide somewhere. They don't have any houses now, they don't have any place even to live. Then what happened? Then Mother Aditi got so much worried. Aditi is all the Devadas, all the demigods were the children of whom? The Mother Aditi. Seeing this pathetic situation, they are wandering in the world, hiding because of the atrocities and fear of these demons. Because they become so powerful in such a way that. So they were about to kill, but they already had a nectar, so nobody can kill them. But they were hiding in the places that they cannot even. So Mother Aditi becomes so worried. Mother Aditi started to meditate on the Lord. What happened? The Lord came before. Then on top of Virotina's son was Bali Maharaj, Mahabali. Bali Maharaj was very pious, but because of, came to know that if he does the Ashwamedha Yaga, then he can even completely, because they already had a nectar, but if I have the position of Indra, then nobody can then defeat them. Then Devatas are gone. This was the attitude of the Bali Maharaj. Even though he was a grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, the good culture, good sanskar was there, but what happened? This greed was there.
He was still devotee of
Lord. So then what happens? So in order to remove that, one should not have such kinds of greed. Should have come back. This is the another part of devotion. Devotion makes you wonderful, right? But on the other hand, also if you develop these anarthas, this greed, then what happens? It can destroy you. So that is what is happening. He wanted to have conquered the entire world. This was the intention of Bali Maharaj. Then what would happen to the other living entities? If you think that, okay, I am going to conquer this, and what would happen to others? So Lord has to take care of everybody. Right? Lord has to take care of everybody. So then Mother Aditi prayed to Lord Vishnu. Lord came before Mother Aditi. In which form? Anybody knows? In which form? The 400 Vishnu form. Just appeared before. And then Mother Aditi prayed to Lord that please come as normal form. Please protect us. And this is what is happening. So Lord said, no worries, I will come. So then what happened? The Lord appeared as a dwarf. Dwarf means very little short boy. So you're just like that. So all of a sudden Brihaspati came. Brihaspati gave this thread, the sacred thread. Brihaspati is the Deva Guru. Shiva came. He gave this umbrella. This umbrella. It's called the Vadu, right? That's what it is. Then everybody came. Shiva came. And then Kamandalu gave the Kamandalu. Lakshmi Devi came. Everybody came and gave, few things like this. Then what happened? So now all of a sudden, this Vamana Dev went to Bali Maharaj. So actually when Bali Maharaj, because Yaga is happening, Ashwamedha, so anybody comes and asks, he is supposed to give. So Bali Maharaj, I am so and so, you ask you whatever you want, I can give you entire kingdom. I can give you so much of wealth. I can give you so much of servants. Whatever you ask me. So then Bali Maharaj, Vamana Dev said, I don't need it. I'm a mendicant. I'm a just poor daft Brahman. All I need is just 3 steps of land where I can sit and meditate. So Shukracharya was there. Shukracharya was the very powerful devotee, Shukracharya. But there was some clash between Brihaspati and Shukracharya. And then they appointed Brihaspati as the Deva Guru. Shukracharya thought that he would become the Deva Guru. But didn't happen. Then Shukracharya became the Guru of demons, Asuras. So then what happened? Then Shukracharya understood this is none other than the Supreme Lord Vishnu. So told to Bali Maharaj, this is none other than the Supreme Lord. He came here to take away everything from you. Don't. So usually when you make a promise, You put some water on your hand and then you take a promise accordingly. So then Shukracharya told the Bali Maharaj, this is Vishnu and he is here to take away everything from you. Don't get into this plan. God get into this plan. So Bali Maharaj said, even if Vishnu is there, I'm so happy, I'm ready to give everything to the Lord. Who is more fortunate than the Supreme Lord is also coming before me, and I am the most fortunate. I'm not going to withdraw my words. Shukracharya cursed Bali Maharaj. Shukracharya said, you will lose everything. You are not following my word. I'm your Guru. You are supposed to follow my words. But scripture says that even if Guru is instructing anything against, away from the Lord, even taking away from the Lord, that person is not supposed to, not obligated to follow that instruction. Always remember this. If anybody taking away from the Lord, he is not a Guru. He can reject that Guru. So then what happens? Shukracharya thought that even water is not fallen, water is not there, then the promise will not take effect. So he took a small form and he just went inside the nostril of this, the Kamandalam. The water comes. He just blocked there. So Bali Maharaj was trying to put the water. So water is not coming. So Krishna, Vamanadev understood what is happening. Vamanadev took a small darbha, the grass darbha, and just put it through the end of the nostril. So it hit on the eyes of the Shukracharya. It's he became blind in one eye, because of that. And immediately Shukracharya went. So water came and all the promises now. Bali Maharaj said, I'm ready to give you 3 steps. So Krishna, the Lord, becomes so vast. And that form is known as Trivikrama. Vikrama. Vikrama means extraordinary activities. Vikram. There's a name called Vikram, right? Vikram means he is so extraordinary. So he's become so huge in such a way that he just put 1 foot of the Lord's feet such a way that it's become so huge. He completely covered this entire universe like this. So that is kind of universe. Right? So then second step, what he's covered the second step? What Bali Maharaj covered in his second step? Upper and sky. Okay? So it extended the sky in such a way that it reached up to the boundary of the spiritual plane, Vaikuntha. Okay, it went up to the Viracha, it crossed the Viracha river, and it went hit on the boundary like a shell, its boundary, and Krishna's lotus feet just made a hole into the spiritual abode. So that's where the place where the Ganga was flowing into that. So in the Ganga, when it is in the spiritual planet known as, Ganga's name is known as Devakulya. Right? Ganga's name is known as Devakulya. What is the service of Devakulya? It's a personified. Ganga is also personified. Why Ganga got that Ganga name? That I'll explain. So Devakulya. Devakulya is, the service of the Devakulya is watching the lotus feet of the Lord. So then it's made a hole into the abode of the Supreme Lord Vaikuntha. Then what happened? That water came down to the heavenly planets, not on the earthly planet, up to that point. Ganges came to the heavenly planet. And who brought down Ganges to the earthly planet? Bhagirath. You know the story, wonderful story. Sagiras, right? So very wonderful. So this is the way Ganges came down. Ganges came down to this earthly planet. So then what happens? Second step is completely covered. Now Bali Maharaj, Vamanadev asked, you promised me. If you are not fulfilling your promise, you said 3 steps of land I need. Where is the 3rd step? So you are not making your promise. I am going to arrest you. You have a sin. So Bali Maharaj said, it is according to the scripture, whatever we have, it's our own. It's nobody else's. Whatever we have is our own, nobody else's. Then one can claim that this is mine. Nobody can take that without the permission. So then Bali Maharaj said, you can put your head as it's on my head. So then this is the time Lord Shiva, Brihaspati, all the Devatas, everybody came and showering the flowers on Bali Maharaj. Seeing this. See, that's why it is known as Bali Maharaj is representing the surrenderness. Right? Sharanagati. Atmanivedanam. He himself. Lord was so pleased with this surrender. Lord was so pleased with this surrender. And the Lord, even though put his feet on the head of Bali Maharaj, Lord mentioned that you don't need to worry, that it is considered as he is reaching to his own abode. According to Bhagavatam, this planet called Sutala, okay, is created separately, this Sutala. There is lower planetary system called Atala, Vitala, Talatala, Mahatala, Sutala and Patala. It's like this. So Sutala is a planet which created in such a way that the opulence is the greater than even heavenly planets. So then what happens? Then Lord promised that you will attain, you will have this place and I will become your servant. Because everything that Bali Maharaj surrendered to Krishna, surrendered to the Lord. And then what happens? Then Lord then again become the gatekeeper of that abode of Sutala. Lord promised then Bali Maharaj, you will become the Manu. You were desiring to have position of Indra, you will become Indra. You will have all this. You will become Manu, you will become Indra. And I would also personally serve you. So dear devotees, this is what it is. Even we offer a flower to Krishna. Even a little leaf to Krishna. Even a little water to Krishna. Krishna never forgets that. Always remember this. And whatever we have, we offer to Krishna, Krishna would definitely reciprocate. No matter what. Always remember this. Whatever we have, then think about that if we offer ourselves. This is what he always says, that we go in front of Krishna. Right? What we say, Krishna, I am yours. We go in front of Krishna and we say to Krishna, Krishna, I am yours. You know how much Krishna pleases that? Pleases? Krishna pleases so beautifully, so wonderfully. So we have to be always have this in our thought. Krishna, I am yours. What else I have? What am I? I am yours. Nobody else. I am yours, Krishna. So Krishna pleases so much. Then we have to also go accordingly as per the scriptures, as per our all this. So dear devotees, I think this is what is we have to go with it. And I wanted to chant one round of, this is already 9:30. You want to chant one round? You want to chant one round? Everybody? Okay? So with this I'll stop here and then we will go one round of chanting. And also today is Hema Mataji's birthday. So I will mention that. So thank you so much, dear devotees. This is wonderful that whoever has, please take up this and Lord Vamana Devi ki jai. Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki Shri Radha Madhav ji ki jai. Guru Premanand. Everybody together and not too slow, but